Have you ever really looked at an electrical plug and noticed the tiny holes near the ends of the metal prongs? They're so small and easy to miss that most people never give them a second thought. But once you spot them, it's hard to unsee them. And naturally, a question pops into your head. Why are they there? Are they meant to make plugs safer? Do they help electricity travel more efficiently? Or are they just one of those strange design quirks that stuck around for no clear reason? Surprisingly, those little holes aren't random at all. They have a very real purpose, and their story is more practical than you might expect. So let's dig into this oddly specific but genuinely fascinating question: why do electrical plugs have holes in their prongs? First, an important point. A plug doesn't actually need those holes to work. In fact, many countries around the world use plug designs that are completely smooth, with no holes at all. And they function just fine. Yet in North America, where the 2-prong Type A and 3-prong Type B plugs are everywhere, those holes are almost always present. Once you start paying attention, it becomes clear this isn't an accident or a leftover flaw. That small circular cutout on each prong is intentional. And it exists for more than one reason. Some of those reasons trace all the way back to the earliest days of household electricity. In the late 1800s and early 1900s, electricity was still a new and unfamiliar presence in people's homes. There were no universal standards, and safety rules were still being figured out. Engineers were experimenting, learning through trial and error, and slowly shaping the systems we now take for granted. Back then, wall outlets had no universal design, and safety standards were still an afterthought. Early plug designs were experimental, and some were honestly risky. In many homes, people would screw a light bulb into a socket and then attach crude adapters just to power other devices. It worked, but barely. The result was a chaotic and often dangerous setup. As electrical systems slowly improved, engineers began focusing on two critical priorities: keeping plugs secure and keeping people safe. The challenge was simple but serious. How do you make sure a plug stays firmly inside an outlet instead of sliding out? And how do you reduce the danger when millions of people are regularly pushing metal prongs into live electrical sockets? Part of the solution came from a small but clever detail: the holes in the prongs. One of the earliest purposes of those holes was to help lock the plug in place. Many outlets were built with tiny spring-loaded tabs or ridges inside them. When a plug was inserted, those tabs would snap into the holes on the prongs, gripping them tightly and preventing the plug from loosening or falling out. It worked much like the reassuring click of a seatbelt. That sound tells you everything is locked and secure. In the same way, those holes helped ensure a solid electrical connection. That sense of security still matters today. In certain industrial or heavy-duty environments, outlets continue to use locking mechanisms that depend on those holes. This is especially important in places where cords might be pulled, equipment vibrates, or connections are constantly under stress. Beyond stability, these holes also added an extra layer of safety. Imagine pushing a plug into an outlet only halfway, with the metal prongs barely touching the contacts inside. That kind of weak connection can lead to sparks, overheating, and in extreme cases, fires. By allowing spring-loaded grips inside the outlet to latch onto the holes in the prongs, the plug was designed to sit either fully in or completely out, never stuck in a dangerous middle position. It was a simple mechanical idea, but during a time when electrical fires were far more common, it significantly reduced risk. Here's something most people never think about. Those same holes also make plugs cheaper and easier to produce. When manufacturers mass-produce plugs, the metal prongs are cut from flat sheets of metal. Punching out a small hole removes a tiny amount of material. That difference is almost unnoticeable for a single plug, but when millions are made, the savings become very real. The holes also help during assembly. They allow the prongs to be anchored more securely inside the plug's plastic casing, improving strength and durability. There's another surprisingly clever use as well: testing. Electricians and technicians sometimes use the holes as contact points to check whether a circuit is live. Specialized testing tools can clip into the holes, creating a firm connection that won't slip off the smooth metal surface. It's not something most people will ever do at home, but in professional environments, those holes are extremely practical. And here's the interesting part. Even though almost every American-style plug includes them, the holes aren't actually required by today's electrical codes. There's no regulation that says a plug must have holes in its prongs. Some low-cost plugs skip the holes entirely, and they still work without any problems. So why do most manufacturers continue to include them? Part of the answer is tradition, but practicality plays a big role too. Those holes still make plugs easier to assemble, slightly cheaper to manufacture, and compatible with certain safety-focused outlets. In short, even though modern plugs could function without them, there's no real advantage in removing them. If you've ever traveled abroad, you may have noticed that many international plug designs don't include holes at all. European, British, and Australian plugs are typically smooth. That's because different regions develop their own approaches to stability and safety. In much of Europe, outlets are deeply recessed, which naturally holds the plug in place and prevents it from slipping out. In the UK, plugs are large, heavy, and extremely solid by design, so they don't rely on locking holes to stay secure. But in the United States and other countries that adopted the flat two-prong system, those holes remained. Over time, they became a defining feature, part of what we instinctively recognize as a standard plug. Like many small design quirks, the holes have inspired plenty of myths. Some people believe they allow electricity to breathe, almost like ventilation. Others imagine they help electricity flow more smoothly, as if electrons need tiny passageways to travel through. They don't. Electricity couldn't care less about those holes. The real reasons behind them are far more grounded: stability, safety, manufacturing efficiency, and testing. Still, it's fascinating how such a simple detail can spark so many imaginative explanations. So why does any of this matter? Because it shows how the smallest design choices quietly shape our everyday lives. Most of us never pause to think about the tiny holes in an electrical plug. Yet over time, they've helped make our homes safer, our devices more dependable, and large-scale manufacturing more efficient. They're a reminder that even the simplest details can carry surprisingly big stories. The next time you plug in your phone charger, laptop, or a bedside lamp, take a moment to notice those small holes near the tips of the prongs. They may seem insignificant, but they represent more than a century of engineering refinements, safety improvements, and smart cost-saving decisions. Without them, plugs could loosen more easily, cost more to produce, or even create additional risks. It's remarkable how something so small can have such an outsized impact. Thank you for watching. If you have ideas for future videos, feel free to share them in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more stories hidden inside the simplest things.